Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be just a nice quick video. I kind of want to start doing these on my channel. These are just kind of a top 5 list, my top 5 highlights, mascaras, foundations, all that kind of stuff. So today I'm starting out with something that's very summery, very in right now, and that is bronzers. So I have my top 5 bronzers here for me, and I do consider myself to be fair or pale skin. This is me with a tan right now. This is my no tan. And I have kind of 5 bronzers that are my go-to guys. I kind of rotate through them, and if you guys were watching my Foundation Frenzy series, which I will link up here if you guys want to watch all that. It's all, I think, 17 videos in total. Right up there for you guys to check it out, because a lot of these bronzers were featured multiple times throughout the series. So I just want to give a quick rundown of all of these guys, where you can purchase, and I think how much they are, if I can remember correctly. Not 100% sure, but I will have them displayed along the bottom of the screen here where you guys can check out the prices for them. So they will also be linked down below in the description bar with the actual price and a link to the website where you can buy it. None of it will be affiliate codes. I don't have any affiliate codes. So this is just, you know, link of where you can go so you don't have to circumvent and try and find it. So let's begin. Let's start with my 2 drugstore ones that I've got here. I had a hard time actually eliminating my bronzer collection since I declutter my collection so frequently. It's really hard to find products that I don't like in my collection unless they're brand new, and I can't fairly say I hate them yet. So it was hard to pick 5 favorites because most of the bronzers I have are my favorites. But I feel like I have to give this guy a shout out, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This one, if you are very, very fair, even paler than I am, I know I have some of those viewers out there, this is in the shade Light Bronze. There is one called Bronze, which is still wearable on fair skin. On me, that one's a little bit too orangey, which is why I got rid of it. But this guy I do like. It's very soft, subtle, it's easily buildable. I love the scent. As you can see, I made a serious dent in this. The entire pattern right here is gone. It's just lingering down here now. I think this is a great drugstore option. It is a little bit more expensive for the drugstore. I think this guy retails for like $14.99 or $13.99, something like that. It's because of the packaging. My packaging is actually broken, so he doesn't lock. Part of my clasp broke out, so he doesn't lock into place down here. He just lays down like I can do that. So that's the one thing. It is a little bit of bulky packaging, but then again, so is the other bronzer I have from the drugstore. But I do like this guy. I wish that Physicians Formula would come up with more shades, especially ones that cater to darker skin tones, because I don't think, there might be 3 or 4 shades of this now. I know when they originally launched it was just 2, and if the 2 shades of a bronzer you launch can match me pretty okay, you might need to rethink that. My other drugstore bronzer I have is my Milani Baked Bronzer. This is in the shade Dolce. For a very long time, I thought the shade Glow was the lightest shade, and I was wrong. I found this at CVS, I believe. And these retail, I want to say, they're always on sale. Same with Physicians Formula. When it comes to drugstore ones, buy them when they're like buy one, get one 50% off, especially Physicians Formula, because that can add up really quick. But I think I purchased this at the time for like $8.99, $9.99 maybe. I know it's somewhere close to that $10 mark. It's a little bit cheaper than Physicians Formula, but not by much. But this one does have, I believe, 5 shades to it. I know Dolce is the lightest. The next one is called Glow, which I can also pull off Glow. When I decluttered my bronzers ages ago, I opted to keep Dolce over Glow, but it was still a good shade for me to wear. I think this is a good alternative. So if you want one that's more matte, you want Physicians Formula. If you want one with a hint of shimmer, you want Milani. That's kind of my difference in these two, because I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but the Milani does have like flecks of gold throughout, and that's what gives it that nice sheen, that glow to your skin. Now, my other 3 bronzers are high-end. I'm going to save my most used one for last, but this guy is relatively new to my collection, but he's definitely become a favorite. It's actually the bronzer I am wearing today. This is the bareMinerals Invisible Powder Bronzer in Fair to Light. I think this is a fantastic bronzer. I think if you are fair-skinned, you should try this out. I love baked bronzers on fair skin. They're not super heavily pigmented, so they're easy to blend, they're easy to build, and it's usually, since they're not heavily pigmented, it's easy. You don't have to worry about going overboard too quickly. I did a little bit over here, but not too badly. I mean, my bronzer day is just that nice subtle, I've been outside in the sun. It's nothing too crazy, and that's why I love these baked, especially like the Milani one. That's why I like that one too. But this is just such a nice, it's not too orange and it's not too cool tone. It like walks that really nice fine line. It does kind of have a sheen to it. It's not glittery like the Milani one is, but it does have a sheen to it that I really, really love. And this is why it's one of my favorites. Next is another one that, again, if you've watched a lot of my videos, it's not going to be surprising, but the NARS, the name of what these are actually called is not on here, but I think they're called the Sun Diffusing Bronzers. They come in, I think, 4 or 5 shades. 2 of them are Laguna and Casino, the standard shades of the regular bronzers from NARS. But the reason why I like these is, again, if you are fair skinned and you're worried about going overboard with bronzer, because it's really easy to do when you're fair skinned, these are great because they are not super pigmented. You're gonna see a theme here, guys. These are not super pigmented. But these are just designed to be that light, diffused look of bronzer on your skin. This is the more orangey toned of all the bronzers I'm showing right now, just because this is kind of my go-to really warm bronzer. So when I'm wearing a really bright, colorful, or very warm toned look, this tends to be the bronzer I pair to go with it because I want it to complement really, really nicely, and this is usually where I end up. I do also wear the one in Laguna, but this is definitely the one I grab more. This is in the shade Seaside, and I think these are worth it. I think they are $38 or $40 each, and I've had this one forever, and it looks like I've barely made a dent in it. I really do love these. They're fantastic. I think they are worth it. I would strongly look into this. I think NARS makes some great items. Actually, my highlight today is also NARS, but I think NARS is great. NARS is definitely a high-end brand that is worth the money. I have yet to try something from them that I absolutely hated, and actually one of my all-time favorite tinted moisturizers is by NARS as well. My number one top guy, absolute favorite, which this should not come as a shock if you did watch any of the Foundation Frenzy videos, because I think he was in about 10 of them, and that is this guy. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in the shade 15i. I have had this for so long that you can barely read the shade in here. Now, I want to explain something about Makeup Forever packaging that I think confuses a lot of people, and as a Sephora employee, I can tell you why they're named this thing, because I always see gurus going, why the heck are these named the weirdest things? Why is this called 15i? There is a shade called 10M, 20M, 25i, 30M, and 35i. The M stands for matte. The I stands for iridescent. And then the shades going from 10 to 35 are lightest to darkest. There is a shade lighter than this, but I think they discontinued M10, otherwise I would have purchased it. But this is 15i, so it just got, it's a lot like the, where is it? The bareMinerals one, where it's not glitter in here, but it's definitely got a sheen to it. And as you can see, I have used up quite a bit of this guy. This is the first high-end bronzer that I ever purchased. I think this retails for $36 or $38. I think Makeup Forever products are also worth the investment. The eyeshadows are fantastic. The palettes are fantastic. I haven't tried the new Face Trio, like the Build Your Own palettes, but I do love this. I think that these bronzers are great. I will say that the shade range doesn't necessarily cater to the darkest of skin tones, but I would say if you're definitely fair to medium, you've got a shade in there for you to try, and they have both a matte and a satin iridescent version. So this guy, he's the first thing I bought. I got so many compliments. My first day at Sephora, when they're like, okay, you have to be wearing Sephora makeup and you need to have a full face. And I went, okay, well, I think I've got I don't have a bronzer. So I needed to buy a bronzer. So this is the first one I bought, and I still have him. He's still going strong almost 2.5, 3 years later now. 3 years, because it's been 3 years now since I started working at Sephora, but I'm not at Sephora anymore. Check out the video here. But this guy is worth it. He's fantastic. There are no bad things that I can say about this. These are not super heavily pigmented. They are the most pigmented out of all the ones I've shown here, but they are definitely not overly pigmented or super pigmented. They're still workable, they're still buildable, and that's what makes them nice. So I think if you are fair-skinned and you're looking for a good bronzer to buy, or you're new to bronzer and you're not sure where to start, I would check any of these guys out, whether you're looking on a high-end budget or you're looking on a drugstore budget. You've got a couple options to go with. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm just gonna kind of do these little top 5 videos, just scatter them in every once in a while. Just a really quick, easy one to break up all the, you know, I've had like 20-minute videos lately and they feel really long. So this is like a nice, quick, under 10-minute video to get you guys excited. So that is it. Like I said, all of them will be linked down below with their correct prices, because like I said, I was just kind of guesstimating what I think I remember I purchased it for. And obviously the links where you can purchase them. Be sure to also, while you're down there, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos from me. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can also leave me comments down below. Tell me your favorite bronzers. Maybe they're in my collection. Maybe they're ones I need to try. Who knows? And also, while you're down there, you should check out my social media handles. They are listed in the description box below, but you can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at KOBeauty58. And if you're inclined or you're on Musical.ly, feel free to follow me. I am babykateo on Musical.ly. My cat Atticus has been making some appearances on my Musical.ly lately, but that is everything. I'm gonna wrap this up and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!